Welcome to the archive of forgotten stories. I'm your narrator, and tonight we open a file that was never meant to be open. The Last Message from Tomorrow, Episode 1. The Voice That Shouldn't Exist. The first thing I noticed was not the message, it was the date. October 17th of 2036. At first, I thought it was just a glitch, a bug, a corrupted file. Anything that could explain what I was seeing. Because there was only one problem. I was looking at a message that had been sent from my own phone number 10 years into the future. My name is Alex Carter. I'm not a scientist. I'm not some genius who builds impossible machines in a secret laboratory. I'm just someone who fixes broken things. Old computers, damaged phones, machines that people throw away because they think they're useless. I've always liked fixing things. There was always something satisfying about taking something broken, understanding why it failed, and bringing it back to life. But sometimes, some things are broken for a reason. It happened on a Tuesday night. I remember because Tuesdays were always the same. Nobody called, nobody visited. The city outside my apartment was loud, but somehow my room felt completely silent. Just me, my computer, and a pile of old electronics I promised myself I would organize someday. Well, I never did. That night, I found an old phone in a drawer. A phone I hadn't touched in years. The battery was completely dead. The screen was cracked. But for some reason, I decided to charge it. I don't know why. Maybe curiosity, maybe boredom. Maybe because sometimes we find things before we understand why we need them. The phone started. The screen flickered, and somehow, after years of being forgotten, it just unlocked. No password, no security, nothing. I was surprised to see that actually. But what was more surprising that there was only one new file. A voice message. No contact name, no profile picture, just a number. But it's weird. It is my number. I actually laughed. I laughed because I thought it was some kind of a joke. Maybe a friend had saved my number under a fake name. Maybe someone had messed with me. So I pressed play. If you're hearing this, then I failed. Yeah, I failed. The room suddenly felt colder. Because the voice was mine. Not similar, not close. Mine. Older, tired, broken. Like someone who had spent years carrying something really heavy. I don't have much time, okay? I know you won't believe this. I didn't believe it either, but you need to listen carefully, okay? Tomorrow morning, please listen. You will receive an offer from a company called Helix Technologies. Please do not accept it. With all of your power, do not. I know I know you think this is impossible. I know you think this is a joke. But if you accept that offer, everything changes. People will disappear, and you will be the reason. I, I sat there, completely frozen. My, my first thought was simple. Someone was messing with me. That was the only explanation, because the alternative, it was impossible. I checked the message details, the file date, the sender, everything. And every single detail said the same thing. October 17th, 2036. I spent the next 3 hours trying to prove it was fake. I checked the file, nothing. I checked the phone, nothing. I searched the number online, nothing. No trace. No explanation. Eventually, I convinced myself that I had found some weird corrupted recording. Maybe a coincidence. A strange accident. That was all. Until the next morning. At exactly 9:13 a.m., my computer received an email. The sender was Helix Technologies. I stared at the screen. I couldn't move. I froze. Because inside that email was a job offer. The exact job offer from the message. The message wasn't predicting the future. It was remembering it. I had spent my entire life fixing broken machines, but that day, I discovered something much worse. Sometimes, the thing that needs fixing, it is time itself.